All right. Shalom Yasharallah. Before we get started, we're going to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Back another video, another lesson. All right, the title of this one is called The U.S. Drops Bombs on Iran or Iran. All right, and that's really what's major, in the news. If you're under a rock, which you shouldn't be, we all shouldn't be. All right, but so look at these ads, man. This from End Time Headlines. It says U.S. drops bombs on Iran. America is officially at war. All right, and this is something that starting with our elder apostles, bishops, and the elders on down, they've been preaching about for a very, very long time, that World War III is going to come. All right, and America will be pulled into war. All right, these nations will go eventually fight, what's it called? The Valley of Jehoshaphat, which is going to be Armageddon. But let's read this. It says the U.S. military conducted airstrikes on Iran's nuclear facilities in Fordo, Natanz. Hope I said that right. And Isfahan on Sunday morning local time. President Trump announced Trump's decision to intervene directly in support of Israel's, all right? They support Israel, okay? All right. Trump's decision to intervene directly in support of Israel's effort to dismantle Iran's nuclear program marks a historic escalation in the Middle East. It's an intervention fraught with risks and uncertainty, one that Trump and many of his predecessors had sought to avoid, including through diplomacy with Iran. The attack, which came on the 9th night of the unprecedented war between Israel and Iran, because Israel and Iran are at war now. All right. I believe Israel attacked first, and then Iran retaliated. All right. It says the attack, which came on the 9th night of the unprecedented war between Israel and Iran, could provoke retaliation from Tehran against U.S. troops and military installations across the region. An Israeli official said Israel was notified by the Trump administration in advance of the U.S. strikes in Iran. What they're saying, we have completed our very successful attack on the three nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of our Iran airspace, Trump wrote on his Truth Social account. In quote, a full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo, he continued, referring to Iran's most fortified uranium enrichment facility. There is not another military plane in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace, But let's get one real quick. Let's get this real quick. It's not the time for peace. Okay, let's get Ecclesiastes 3. I'm sorry. This is the book Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. The title is A Time for Everything. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get, and a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to rend, and a time to sow. A time to keep silence, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. All right, showing you that hate is in the Bible. A time of war, and a time of peace. And what we're in a time of right now, we're in a time of war. All right, the time of peace will come during the kingdom, all right, which will be ruled by the Israelites. Okay, right now, we're in a time of war. Ever since Esau came into power, let's get another one. It's been nothing but war in the world. Revelation 6, I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, and when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Okay, it says this horse was red, and who's known as red? Who's known as red in the Bible? Esau Edom. He's the red man. All right, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Ever since this man came into power during the Renaissance era, which means rebirth, he's been taking peace from the earth. He was going to different nations. All right, even here in America, he's going throughout the whole world, and it's been nothing but chaos. Okay, and there was given unto him a great sword, and he was blessed with the sword. All right, so let's go back. So yeah, he says there's not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. In the days leading up to the strike, Trump and his team became increasingly convinced that diplomacy had run its course and that military action would be necessary to eliminate Iran's nuclear program. The president publicly announced on Thursday that he would make a decision in the next 2 weeks to give Iran a final chance to negotiate, but preparations for a strike accelerated over the weekend. Multiple B-2 stealth bombers capable of carrying 3,000-pound bunker busters were detected heading west across the Pacific on Saturday, as speculation mounted that the U.S. would strike Fordow. Trump had publicly questioned Israel's capacity to take out the underground facility on its own, saying Friday, they can't break through a little section, but they can't go down very deep. All right, so America has been pulled into war, okay, which we'll get. Let's read some headlines real quick. It says, top Putin aide warns that many nations are ready to supply Iran or Iran with nuclear warheads. All right, so we're in that time. Iran has just ordered the closure of Strait Hormuz, putting 1/5 of world's oil supply at risk. All right, major U.S. cities go on high alert following Trump's military strike on Iran. Okay, because you had sleeper cells, agents. Remember the Biden administration? He was letting all those people in through the border, but we don't know who those people were. It wasn't just the Northern Kingdom, so-called Latinos and Mexicans, Puerto Ricans. It wasn't just them. It was also other nations. More the Chinese, the Japanese. The people from the Middle East. All right, a couple people have been stopped who are on the terror the list they have. So we don't know who's here in America, and you can read this on your own. I just want to read the title: Major U.S. cities go on high alert following Trump's military strike on Iran. Okay. All right, the war has begun. Iran says every American in Mideast now legitimate target after U.S. strikes. Okay, so this is what it's come to, and we've been telling you this, and there's not use this, and this is just don't get me wrong. This is exciting, very exciting, because we're near the end. We're near the end of Esau's kingdom. We're near the end of America's being around. Okay, we're getting to the beginning of our kingdom coming into place. We getting up out of here. Lord willing, we are the elect. We be saved by our Lord Yahweh Shai, man. But before all this happens, because people are, if you see it on TikTok, people are scared. They think, war going to break out next week. But they don't know prophecy. They don't know the Bible. This is why it says in Isaiah 33:6, right? It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, is his treasure. So having this truth and this knowledge is going to keep us stable. Stability in the Hebrew.
Strong's H 530. Emunah.
He says emunah, but it's amawana. Sounds like amawan, but amawana is the Hebrew word. It says firmness, fidelity, steadfastness, steadiness. All right. Literally firmness can keep us firm. Figuratively, security, morally, fidelity, faith, faithful, faithfully, faithfulness. All right, stability, steady, truly, truth, verily. So it's gonna keep us firm. It's gonna keep us, in a. I won't say we go. Don't worry. Don't get me wrong. We're in the flesh. We may get, a little bit shaken up by things, but we know prophecy. We know what's going on. We know the things that needs to happen, and we know the major thing that needs to happen is the MOTB coming to pass. That's not the last, but that's one of the major prophecies we're still waiting on. The mark of the beast, Jacob's trouble, all right, feminine word, all these things coming to pass, So in wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, is his treasure. Okay? So this is why a lot of people, they don't know what's going on, because they don't have the wisdom and the knowledge of the Bible. And Barakatah Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, for allowing us to get this knowledge and this truth, and keeping us, in a stable mindset. So I want to get these scriptures real quick. All right, let's get Revelation 16:16, because war is going to happen. Don't get me wrong. Armageddon is going to come to pass. Revelation 16, and I'll start at 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, all right, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. And these represent the 3 city-states. Okay, the false prophet will be the Rome, the Vatican. I believe the beast is either I gotta go a little back in my notes on it, but the beast, matter of fact, I think I got her over here. Let me see, Salakia. Let me see. I thought I had it in here. Give me 1 second. Nope. No, I thought I had it, but the false prophet would be the Vatican. All right, the Pope. I believe the beast is well, they represent the 3 city-states. I'm just keep it like that. One of them is Washington D.C., which is the military power. The other one is the London, which is the financial power, and the last one would be, the Vatican, which is a spiritual power. Okay, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of power almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. The Lord Yahweh Shai is gonna come as a thief. It says, he comes like a thief in the night. He's gonna catch a lot of people off guard. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, which is this truth, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, which you look up this word Armageddon. All right. In the Hebrew, Mageddon, place of crowds. All right. And Har means hill, mountain. Okay, hill country, mountain. So mountain of troops, or the mountain of crowds, which what it means. The hill or city of Megiddo. All right. So, and he gathered them together in a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, or Har Magadwan. That's what it means in the Hebrew. Har Magadwan. Har meaning, all right, hill or a mountain, and Magadwan meaning city, troops. So it's a mountain of troops. All right. Let's go back and let's get Isaiah 13:5. Or was it 4? Might have been 4. But I'll read that one. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. It reads, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, which the high mountain is America. The banner is the truth, or the knowledge and wisdom of the Bible. Exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones, which are the Israelites. Okay, the prophets, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second, my window's down. So the sanctified ones are the prophets. All right. It says, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh, that's his name, of hosts, mustereth the hosts of the battle. They come from a far country, from the ends of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation, to destroy the whole land. Because eventually this war is going to go nuclear. And America, Babylon the Great, will be destroyed. The whole landmass of America, Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great it's going to be a lake of fire. All right, the Lord is mustering up the host of the battle. All right, he's getting ready for, he's getting ready for these nations to fight. All right, and let's get Ezekiel 38 and 21. Let's read that, see what that says. It reads, and I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, saith the Lord Yahweh. Every man's sword shall be against his brother. And I will plead against him with the pestilence and with blood, and I will rain upon him and upon his bands and upon the many people that are with him, an overflowing rain and great hailstones, fire and brimstone. What is that talking about? Those missiles, those ICBM missiles. Thus will I magnify myself and sanctify myself, and I will be known in the eyes of many nations, and they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Let's read this in the NLT version. See what it says. Verse 21, I will summon the sword against you on all the hills of Israel, says the sovereign Lord. Your men will turn their swords against each other. I will punish you and your armies with disease and bloodshed. I will send torrential rain, hailstones, fire, and burning sulfur, which represents the ICBM missiles. In this way I will show my greatness and holiness, and I'll make myself known to all the nations of the world. Then they will know that I am the Lord Yahweh, because the Lord is going to magnify his name again, like he did, during the time of when Moses brought the Israelites out of Egypt. All right, and then you go into this chapter. It goes into Gog and Magog, the invasion of Israel, and eventually America. All right, speaking of speaking of Russia, but and if you don't know, Russia and Iran are in league with each other. They made a pact, and the ones I saw an article or like a graph something with a graph that showed that the countries that backs up Israel and that backs up Iran, and it was Russia for Iran, I think China, and some of the Middle Eastern countries. And of course for Israel you had the UK, the US, Germany, and a few other countries. But this Ezekiel 38 and 4, it says, I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Right? Verse 5, Salakia. Persia, which is our Iran, Ethiopia and Libya, which are Hamites, with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So Russia is going to be a guard to these nations, especially to Iran, because they back Iran. All right, and let's get this last one, Jeremiah 49 and 20, to show you. This Jeremiah 49 and 20 says, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that he have taken against Edom and his purposes, and he have purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. Let's get this word least. Okay. Least. And the least of the flock is speaking of the small hats. All right. Tazayar. I hope I said that right. Okay. It says little insignificant. If you see right here, this, it's in the spirit. 1948. And what was Israel established? The state of Israel established in 1948. Little, insignificant, young. All right, insignificant, young, younger, youngest. All right, and then the Lord said He's gonna make them small among the heathen. Let's get Obadiah 1. Verse 2. It says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised." And people despise these people over in the land. See what small means. See what it gives us. Small. Quatan. Young, small, insignificant, unimportant. Small, insignificant, young, and important. You see? And they're small, they're insignificant among the heathen. The other nations hate these people, and they hate America as well. You see? So this is what we've been, and as you see, a lot of stuff still going on. Israel military strikes Iran fighter jets as Middle East conflict continues to explode. 6 American B-2 stealth bombers are on the move as Iran tensions heat up. Like, you just see it. That's all you see. But like, the elder Apostle Gabar brings out, these are just rumors. All right, rumors of wars. Which, don't get us wrong, this is gonna happen. Like we keep prophesying about, World War III will come to pass. But these are just rumors right now. We're still waiting for a major prophecy to pop off. A few major prophecies left. The mark of the beast, Jacob's trouble. All right, and eventually World War III will happen, and the return of our Lord Yahweh Shah return coming back. And America, Babylon the Great being destroyed. So U.S. drops bombs on Iran. America's officially at war, and eventually it's gonna be a military draft. Men and women gonna go. So Lord willing, this was edifying. You got something, you brothers and you sisters got something out of this. All right, we gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord is edified, and Lord willing, we'll be back with another one. Till next video, I'm gonna say, Shalom.